All right, everybody, welcome to Josh Murray Reactions, and thanks for joining the live stream. Excited to have you here with me. Wanted to just talk a few things with you today, get on, and even maybe ask some questions and things like that. But wanted to talk to you about, number one, the fact that we are at about 4,500 subscribers, which is super cool. And I feel like I say this every time I go live, but just so thankful for all of you joining on to the Josh Murray Reactions family and being part of what we're doing. It's just a ton of fun, and so glad that you can be a part of that. It's actually, I'm kind of like a little nervous because I'm doing a live stream, and my family, I just sent my family down to Florida to see my wife's sister. She just had a baby, and so the wife and kids are in the van. They're on the way down. They're probably in Alabama right now, would be my guess. And so they're on the way down to see her. And so I've got the two foster kids that we have here in bed, and I'm literally like watching the monitor to see if they wake up. And like I just put them down a little bit ago, so I'm a little nervous. So if I have to like get up and run and do something, that's probably why. So anyways, thank you for making this dream possible for me to do this, to be a part of YouTube, to have a reaction channel, to do the things we do, to do the thought series, to do the Tell Me Your Story series. It is an absolute blast. So if you're joining us, please put your name in the chat. I would love to just say hi to you if you're joining us, and just let me know that you're here and maybe where you're watching from. That would be fun. Wanted to talk a little bit about some special interviews that we're going to be doing soon here on the channel. The first one I want to talk about, we're trying to get together a series or a video that's going to be called Marriage in Hindsight. And it's going to be a lot about just what marriage has looked like within the last 10 years of my own marriage. Actually, we've been married 14 years this year, I believe. Hopefully I got that right. Sorry, babe, I didn't. And yeah, 14. And got a couple guests I want to get on with me to discuss that and just talk about what that even looks like, what marriages look like, the hardships, the difficulty, the joy, communication, like all the things that come with marriage. And then also just to give some hope for this, the next generation coming up, that marriage is something to be sought after, to look forward to. And so we want to talk about that a little bit. The other guest that we're trying to get on, and we were going to do tonight, but we had to reschedule just a little bit because I had the scheduling change with sending the family down, and also he had a little conflict. But we were going to get Kiwi Morse on our channel for an interview. And if you do not know Kiwi, you are going to be you're going to be happy that you are introduced to his music. We had the privilege of having him at our youth event at our church. He was our main artist that came in for that, and just did an absolutely fantastic job. The guy's music is awesome. My kids are already in love with it, and I wanted to get him out there a little bit. He's really starting to build up his popularity. His stuff's getting out there. He's got some videos and some music out there with millions of views now on YouTube. And so he's really starting to take off. And it's just awesome to see how God has blessed him and how God is using him to share his music and to share the gospel. And so we're going to have a chance to sit down with him and talk to him just about music, life, family balance, all those fun things, just to hear from him. So that's going to be a great time. Hey, Midwest Picker, what's going on, sir? How are you? Good to see you. Things are well. Hope you're well. So today, what I want to talk about a little bit is I want to talk about gratitude. And this is something I was going to make a video and I was going to post it, but I just thought, hey, let's just do a live stream. Let's just jump on and talk gratitude. So I think that gratitude changes everything. I think if you can have an attitude of gratitude in your life and make it consistent, it makes a big difference. And it affects the people around you. I think it affects your own life. It helps shift your perspective a little bit. And I think it's just incredibly contagious. The people in your life that are around you that are always, for the most part, happy. Their perspective is positive. They might be the rose-colored glasses kind of people, but they are usually a grateful people. And so I just wanted to talk about 3 different pieces of gratitude that came to mind for me And the first one that I always think of is just the fact that we have another day to wake up and to breathe and to be a part of the world. And it sounds simple and silly, but the reality is sometimes when it comes to gratitude, it's the simple things that we forget when it comes to being grateful. And, I think we should be waking up every day, thanking God for another day, because every day is not guaranteed. There's so much to love about this world. There's so much to love with what's going on. And I know I'm saying that coming, from a different perspective than a lot of people. But the reality is, if we wake up today and we're alive and well and breathing, it's another beautiful day to be a part of God's creation. And so that's where I try with that. The second thing is just finding those little simple things that we need to have gratitude for. I always remember that I had a pastor, and he would every once in a while talk about how he's grateful for his trash service. He's grateful for his plumber that comes over and fixes his house. The little things, like we live in such a society that we can put our trash in a trash bin, put it out at the end of the road, and somebody comes and picks it up. And it's like, yeah, duh. But like, we live in America. That's a first world problem. But that a lot of people don't have that privilege. And so being thankful for your trash service sounds so silly and simple, but it's a reality. Being thankful that when you turn a faucet on, fresh, clean water comes out of your faucet. You turn a light on, and the electricity comes on. Things that we take for granted every day, I think, are so important, and we need to be grateful for them, and we need to have some gratitude for them. The third one I think that we need to remember and be thankful for today and have gratitude towards is that we have a God that loves us. And any of you that have been a Christian for any amount of time, hey, Neville, what are you doing? I was right in the middle of my thing. Thank you. And you're interrupting me. This happens often. Anyways, we have a God who loves us. We serve a God that loves everyone. And I want to remind you that he loves everyone, no matter your circumstance, no matter what you've done, no matter where you come from, no matter what you look like. God loves you, and he loves each one of us. Okay, let's get down. Always fun. And we need to remember that. We need to be grateful that we're fallen people. We mess up. We fall short of the glory of God, and yet he continues to love us and show grace and mercy to us every day. And so if you can remember within the next couple days, when you wake up, thank God for a new day of being alive and be grateful for it. Remember, when you take your trash out to the end of the road, be thankful that you have a trash service. When you turn your lights on in your house, be thankful for the electricity, although you pay for it, but not everybody has it. And then remember that we all serve a God that loves us, despite our inadequacies, despite our failures. And I think that's so cool. So there's my little bit on gratitude. I'd love to hear from you on what you're grateful for. I'd love for you to kind of chime in. And what are the things that are simple things, little things that you miss all the time, that you don't often think about or maybe take for granted, that you're thankful for? I'd love to hear it from you in the comments or in the chat. This cat, I'm telling you, Neville. So put those, and we'll talk about those as we move forward in our discussion. So, and at any time, throw any comments that you have or questions in the comments section or in the chat. I'd love to get those from you. So something else I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to see if I can share this screen with you. For all of you Southern gospel music lovers out there, wanted to get your opinion on this. And let me get this pulled up here. See if this works. Okay. There we go. Check that out. Okay. So for all you Gaither loving people out there, for you Southern gospel loving people out there, I just stumbled upon the Laurie Vocal Band. And I'm trying to figure out what this is all about. Because, obviously it's a playoff of the Gaither Vocal Band. And it says Songs of the Gaither Vocal Band by the Laurie Vocal Band. So I got to do some research on this. But I came across it. I started listening to some of the music. The music was actually really good. For those of you that know me, and being just a giant David Phelps fan that I am, anytime I see others doing the Gaither Vocal Band music, the first thing I think of is how strong is your tenor and how well can he do on these songs? Because almost all of the songs that Gaithers come out with are tenor heavy, tenor high songs. And so I always wonder how good they are. And I'll tell you, actually, it was quite impressive. And so go check out the Laurie Vocal Band. We're going to do some reactions to them soon, introduce you to them. But if you know how this came about, where this started, I'd love to hear the story on that. But I'm just looking at these songs. Satisfied, Satisfied, Hallelujah, I found him. It's He touched me, Make It Real, I Believe in a Hill Called Mount Calvary. These are classics, and these are all like David Phelps signature songs here. So it's gonna be cool for you to check this out and to see how good it is. So I wanted to show that to you. And then just wanted to talk a little bit about just the future of this channel. And I just say that with kind of, what we're looking to do moving forward. As I mentioned earlier, we've reached 4,500 subscribers, which is, again, every time I reach these milestones, it's just beyond what I could expect. And just so happy for the people that have come on board here with what we're doing. But, we want to continue to do the reactions. I want to continue to get your input on what we should be reacting to. Keep sending those to me. But you've seen a lot more of the thoughts series come on, which has been fun. And it's really something that I'm actually enjoying doing. And I'd love to get some input from you. What is it that you are thinking about? What are the big things in life that you are facing? What are some big things in the world that are going on right now that you have thoughts about, or maybe you'd like to hear some thoughts about? Maybe we dig into it a little bit and we talk about it, but I'd love to get that perspective from you. And I'd love to continue that series because that's a lot of fun. And then I'd love to continue doing our Tell Me Your Story series. I've kind of taken a little bit of time off from getting those people pulled together to do that, but we're going to get that back in. Of course, the first one we did was with with Lyle. I couldn't think of his name for a minute, which was absolutely awesome. And Lyle, if you're out there, I might try and get a hold of you again and do that again because I've got some new thoughts since I talked to you last. But yeah, so that's kind of what we want to do. We want to keep doing the reactions, but I want to keep doing the thought stuff. And we want to keep doing the Tell Me Your Story series. If there's anything else on this channel that you think would be cool for us to incorporate in what we're doing, leave a comment, let me know. I always read almost all of the comments, as much as I can. So I'll try and catch those. And yeah, so we've got some reactions lined up that I'm just about done editing. So we'll get those put together and get those out to you soon. I realize it's been a little bit since we've done one. So keep an eye out for that. Got some good reactions coming your way. And then, of course, put in the comments what you're looking for when it comes to a reaction. So what I'm going to try to do for the last part of this is I want to show you just a piece of Kiwi's music here. And we'll see if how much it lets us show you with Kiwi's music. I don't know if it's going to pull up a copyright problem or not, but let's take a look here and see. He has got one of my favorite songs that he has is one that my kids are a huge fan of. And it's probably one of his more popular songs called We Outside. And it's a catchy song. I think you're going to enjoy it. So let me see if it's going to let us do this here. Bear with me just a moment. And then I'm going to have you tell me whether you can hear it or not in just a second. All right, let me share this here. All right. Can you guys hear that? Let me know. I hope you can. Nope. I'm hearing nope. Let's check it out. Had that problem last time. Let's figure out how we fix that. How about now? Let's see here. All right, let me know if you can hear that. If it's playing, should be playing. Good call. Good call. Let's check that out here. Thank you for your patience. All right, let's go here. Okay. All right, see if that works. Let's see. There we go. All right. Well, we'll figure that out later then. Can't figure that out and why that's working. So, anyways, I'll get that fixed. You know, that's what I love about doing this is you just learn new stuff all the time. So, anyways, that's all I've got. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for being a part of it. I'll figure out on my end why we can't get music coming in and go from there. So as always, thanks for being a part of the Josh Murray Reactions family. Thanks for being here. Leave those comments below on what kind of reactions you want to see coming. And with that, have a great night. God bless.